pants. So I'm wearing these pants today. They're kind of comfortable. Before when I bought them, the elastic around the waist has disturbed my waist because my waist is kind of sensitive. So because it uses such a big chunk of like everyday elastic that you buy from, a sewing store, it's kind of chunky and weighty. And I used to be like, I used to hate heavily elasticized waistlines. On the plus side, it holds them up better, but on the downside, it's like, better than drawstrings. I get sick of drawstring waistlines, but on the downside, it's heavier. But I have been assessing this fabric, and it's quite a thin fabric. It's quite delicate, and so I think it's a viscose blend, viscose polyester blend. But I was just thinking to myself, the fabric's quite thin, and so I'm like thinking, I bet this only lasts 3 months. So it's like the 5th of July today, and so I'm like July, August, September, October. So by November, say, or even by December, these pants probably will not be able to be worn anymore because it's quite thin fabric. So I imagine that within just a few months it'll all be kind of falling apart. So that's my guess. And you just have to wait and see what happens. But like they're comfortable. Like I said, they have a thicker waistband with thicker elastic, stronger elastic, but thicker elastic than usual. But if you get over that, the pants themselves are quite comfortable. So I like them. I like the color too. I like the mustard color. It's kind of pretty. Goes well with, casual tops. I've also got like these leopard tops that would go very well with this too. So far we're like wanting to go leopard print. That would go quite well with these too. But I like them. I bought them for quite cheap off Boohoo, and I don't usually buy from Boohoo because everything there is like polyester blend, and I don't go for polyester blends very much. I usually like to buy other kinds of clothes like viscose, cotton mixes usually, and occasionally silk. Yes, occasionally silk, but I don't like silk very much. It's not as comfortable as cotton. I like cotton more, and bamboo. They're my other, kinds. But I try and stay away from polyester. But polyester is fine. I mean, most of my shirts, I've got these printed shirts are polyester, have polyester in them too. But yeah, I mean, I'm not against polyester totally, but I prefer other materials. So that's why I don't usually shop off that particular website, because it's like everything's more likely than not to be polyester something or other. So, but the same with there's this other one which I very rarely shop at. I bought something from there recently. I forget what it was, but yeah, there's this like Chick Me or something. It is either Chick Me or something like that. Anyway, they have full on polyester blend catalogs. It's polyester everything, and when you buy it and you wear it, you will have to live in a cold weather area, because otherwise you get strikingly very hot and exhausted from wearing their clothes, because they have like a good level of polyester, and the fabric just doesn't allow for air to get through, and so it's like very like I love the style, but I hate the materials because they're worse than Boohoo. They're like the worst materials to buy unless you're living where it's cold. So I'm like, I don't touch that website. But on the upside, if I used to buy some clothes from there, because when you walk into an interview, they have mixture line catalogs, which give you a more officey kind of composure. So I used to like buy some clothes and be like, walk into an interview, and the interviewer would be like, I like your clothes, so they immediately impress because they look really nice. It's sort of like 1980s, 1990s kind of clash. It's got an old fashioned style which you don't see in a lot of commercial stores, and you're like going, the fashion might be a little old age, but they're really great for office jobs. um, I'm like, I love it, but I can't wear them because it gets too hot. Unless it's a cold winter, it gets too hot in the summer to wear them. I'm like, no, because I really like them, but the materials suck. So why can't they just, add more cotton, bamboo, all these luxurious materials better, more than polyester? And it's like, otherwise I'd shop there all the time because all these clothes that you buy from Myers and H&M and Cotton On and, you know, even to some extent Boohoo, um, even though I don't shop Boohoo for anything but casual clothes, but anyway, uh, they all have these styles that employers don't like. You wear like, premier Target clothes to an interview, and employees are like, I really don't really like these. They like the older style, more like 1980s style. And so you're like going. So I don't really particularly like store clothes because it's not ever quite in the style that employers like to see. And yeah. And I don't know. Employees like to see, when I go to an interview, employees like to see you dressed in these other fashions that just coated in too much polyester to be comfortable, and it's like you just can't wear them. You have to like go back to Target and be like, maybe something from here will suffice. Very rarely it does.